Welcome, everyone. This is the Jivegoblin here, and today we are starting a new playthrough. This is XCOM Enemy Unknown. We are going to play in Classic. I believe so, yeah. Nah. Iron Man. We're gonna play an Iron Man. Yep. So what Iron Man does for XCOM is you're only allowed to have one save, and it will automatically update the save. So if you make a bad decision, there is no going back and reloading. So that's how that's going to be. XCOM Enemy Unknown is my introduction to the XCOM series. I have never played any of the other XCOM games before, and I've played about half the game to really get a feel for it, to see if I was really going to enjoy it, and to get the core mechanics down. There are some cutscenes and stuff. When that happens, I'm just going to shut up. And I'm going to let it play. If you don't want to, watch the cutscene, you can just skip ahead a little bit.
Hello, Commander. In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
Yeah. Alright. So that kind of gives you a brief idea of the plot of the game. And the first thing we're going to do here is we have to choose where our base location is going to be. And as you can see over here, each one has different abilities, such as North America, all aircraft and aircraft weapons cost 50% less to build, purchase, and maintain. Let's see which one we want here. Labs and workshops, projects in the foundry, and officer training. That's actually really nice. Ooh. Autopsies and interrogations are completed instantly. That is really good. Monthly XCOM funding increased by 30%. I think we're going to go with South America to have these autopsies and interrogations completed right away. That seems like a really good ability.
Brazilian authorities have requested our help, so that's where we're going next.
Alright, the game's gonna
We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien
throw us
activity
straight
within
into a
major
mission.
metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
So this is the brief mission screen. This is what you'll see before every mission. It gives you a mission brief of what's going on and what you need to accomplish. And we are in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Alright, so let's launch the mission. Let's hop right in. Get it going. Yeah, as I was saying, this is my first introduction to the XCOM series. I never got a chance to play it when I was younger.
Engage all hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
I understand this game's a little different from the originals, but I really enjoy this game. I love the turn-based strategy games like this. So here's our squad here, and these little blue lines will put out your perimeter, how far you can move. Like, that's the border of your move. Now you can move further, which is what's called dashing, which is this yellow area out here, but that takes up both your actions. Each one of your characters gets 2 actions, which is, run and then, to shoot or something. But if you dash, then you can no longer shoot. So we're gonna go ahead and take our time and move through here slowly because we don't know what's around. So we're just gonna move him up here, and we're gonna throw him into Overwatch. Overwatch lets whenever an enemy first comes into their line of sight, they get to take a free shot at them. It's an invaluable ability. If you don't use Overwatch, I don't see any way to really effectively play this game. You're going to be racking up a lot of casualties and whatnot. So like I said, this first mission, we're just going to play it slow. Get 2 guys up here in Overwatch. And this guy we can rush up here because we have 2 guys in Overwatch. So if we were to pick up something, we would have a little bit of protection. And let's get him behind the truck as well. And we'll also throw him in Overwatch. And now it's the aliens' turn. So after you move all of your guys, the aliens on the board get a turn. And we haven't actually discovered any yet, so there wasn't much activity. Do we want to go in this building or this building? Well, let's get ready to breach in here. So I'm gonna put him up on this side and throw him in Overwatch up here. And I'm gonna throw him against a door up here. And we'll switch to him. Let's take him up against the door in Overwatch. And now let's take this guy and go straight through the door. Go inside behind that crate. Oh yeah. Okay.
We're witnessing something never before seen in recorded history.
See, he just took a shot and killed one of those aliens right away because he was in Overwatch.
Their weapons appear to self-destruct when the operator dies. We should look closely for any fragments that could be salvaged for our own development programs.
And this isn't the best location. We're only in half cover because we're getting shot from the side. So let's start off with him. Move him forward and get him behind the table here. If you look at the shield here, if you see how it's only half full, that means you're in half cover, which means the cover you're behind's not the best. If you look down here, these are in full shields. They're behind solid walls. He's just ducking behind a table. So we're gonna go ahead and fire. We have a 25% chance to hit. Yeah, let's take it. Why not? And we missed, of course.
Missed.
So, let's move him in. Let's see here. He also has a 25% chance to hit, so I'm just going to throw him in Overwatch. We'll move him up to where the other guy was, and we'll throw him in Overwatch here. And then this last guy... Now this is actually really dangerous, keeping your guys right next to each other like this. Because if the enemy would happen to have a grenade or something, you know, it hits multiple guys. But this early in the game, I don't think it's that much of a concern. And this first mission is not all of you, it's not your core dudes. This is kind of like the, you know, the first mission that you just get thrown into, and after this you can kind of choose your people and name them and all that. So we'll wait for the aliens to take their turn. Oh. Oh.
Hostile spotted.
Well. There's a bunch behind us as well, which is not good. So I think what we definitely need to get this guy out of the open. And we don't want to move him into the fire. There's really not many good options here. Let's at least get him up here against this so he can at least get a little bit of cover, and we'll throw him in Overwatch on the outside. Now, let's have him flank around here so maybe we can get a little bit of a clearer shot. And see, now we have 34%. So we'll open fire, we'll miss.
No way that just happened.
We'll move him up here. And go into more Overwatch. So we know we have a bunch of aliens out here as well. I think what we want to do is focus on one group at a time. So let's move out here and go into Overwatch. I also don't want to get too far away from our one guy out here and leave him on by himself. So let's see what the aliens are going to do. Ooh.
What? No, what's happening?
And he panicked.
No,
That's
this
not
isn't
good.
right. This isn't right.
Stuff's blowing up. Okay, let's start. Let's start here. Let's get a little risky. Let's take some risks. Let's come out here. Alright, now we definitely have a clear line of sight, 69% chance to hit.
X-ray neutralized.
Alright. So there's one down. Now I'm pretty sure there was another one out here somewhere. But I'm going to go ahead and start working on making our way back over here to cover this guy. Just throw him in Overwatch. Leave him where he's at. And all seems quiet on the alien front. Could be good and bad. He sees an alien. Where? No targets available. This little symbol here usually means that he can see an enemy. So I'm not... Let's move him here. Let's go in Overwatch. take this guy and we'll move up the street. And we'll also go in Overwatch. And this is actually pretty bad positioning on my part, but not much else to do right now. Let's take a run across the alley over here. See if we can draw out some aliens. Okay, now see these lines here?
There's something out there.
That's telling you that someone hears something in that direction. So there's an alien up there somewhere. But we also know there's some over here. I guess we're going to go in two-man teams. We're going to split up. Probably not the best idea, but that's what's going to happen. So we're going to take him. See, now the enemy was in Overwatch. Luckily they missed. And bust through the door. There's a dude right there.
They're trying to pull back.
Where is the other one? Okay, well, let's take a shot on him.
Dead and gone.
So that one's down.
Quiet. Do you hear something?
Now let's move up. And Overwatch. Alright. Now we're gonna head into this building. Yep. Okay, there are some enemies there. We have a shot on this guy. We missed. And we're in very bad position against him. So, let's kick in the door here. We're going to take some reaction shots.
There's heavy fire in this zone.
Oh man, right in the head. I think I'm actually going to use the ability of this guy's class. Chuck a frag grenade down here. See if we can get... Yeah, we can get both of them in it, so...
Throwing grenade.
Boom!
You may want to instruct your men to exercise restraint when using explosives. While certainly effective at killing aliens, they also destroy the artifacts we're hoping to recover from the bodies. Just something to consider.
Yeah, that's a, a slight downside of using explosives, but they're very effective. That's another thing. The environments in this game are destructible. So if you're behind cover like that and they, shoot it and blow it up, you no longer have cover. So let's move up here and get behind this. Now you see this, these things here, they're like connected by mind meld. And this guy was shooting at us, that tells me this guy is connected to him. So if we kill him, the original dude, I'm pretty sure we can take out both of them. So let's switch over to target him. We only have 45% chance, but let's take it. Oh, we got him. Yeah, see, it harms the others. That was all of them.
If I may, Commander, the labs are on high alert. Teams are standing by for your orders. We can begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
That actually went fairly well. We killed all 6 aliens and we did not lose anybody. The gameplay of this reminded me and reminds some people of Fire Emblem in the turn-based strategy aspect, but another crossover in game mechanics with Fire Emblem actually is permadeath. So if one of your guys die, they are dead. There's no reviving, there's no bringing them back, they're just dead, and you have to recruit a new guy and replace him.
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander. I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
Alright. We are now inside of our base, which is where we are going to, you know, manage our troops here, and your soldiers will get wounded. Like, these two were shot and wounded, and they will be out for a certain amount of days until they're better. So if another mission or alien abduction or something happens before they're better, you cannot take them with you.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the
It
research
also
labs.
tells you how many kills each person has and how many missions each person has. And these symbols here are... Everyone starts as just a generic recruit. And then when they can level up their first time, you can choose a... You know, they get a class. So this is a sniper.
Commander to
This
the
is
research
kind of like a
labs.
combat
Commander
medic.
to the research labs.
You know, there's
The assault class serves as our front line. They're the first ones into a fight, and the last ones
an
out.
assault class. You know, they're the generic run and gun grunts, and then there's also a heavy class, which is, you know, gets rocket launchers and grenades and such. So the first level of leveling up is always just, you know, your class ability gets
Commander
unlocked.
to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
So we'll go ahead and promote him.
The heavy weapons specialist provides a crucial service to the squad. With the rocket launcher in tow, there are demolitions experts.
And we'll promote him.
Just like it sounds, the support class provides that intangible edge our squads need. They make everyone around them better.
And our sniper.
Our snipers specialize in dealing massive amounts of damage from afar, but without sufficient training, they're vulnerable in close combat situations.
Continue.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Alright, and then this tells you, after the mission, it tells you, you know, what new researches will be available to you, and it tells you what you've recovered from the battle. So we got 6 sectoid corpses, and we collected 10 weapon fragments. You use weapon fragments, and
Commander to the
you use the
research
corpses
labs.
for,
Commander to the research labs.
you know, researching and autopsies and that. And the weapon fragments are kind of like a currency. You use them to make weapons that you've researched. So we're going to go ahead and hop over to the research lab. Hear what this lady has to say.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Farlan. I oversee the research labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
Okay, so we'll click on Start New Research Project. We can either research xenobiology, you know, understanding alien physiology in order to develop weapons and tactics, which takes 8 days. We can research the weapon fragments, which also takes 8 days. Or alien materials, which will also take 8 days. I think we're going to start with xenobiology because of our continent bonus, because
Commander
this will
to
unlock
engineering.
autopsies and
Commander to
such.
engineering.
So let's go ahead and begin that.
Commander, I realize our troops have to put their own survival first, but every alien we use explosives against is one less opportunity to recover new artifacts.
Yeah. Let's hop over to engineering.
Commander, I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Welcome to engineering. Anything they can dream up in the research labs, we can build it here. Speaking of which, Dr. Valen has just sent us some new schematics. With your approval, we will begin fabrication.
Alright, now in research, you can research new guns, new weapons, new armor, new aircraft, that type of stuff, and then you'll come to engineering to buy and build them. So, you know, we can get a med kit here. We can build a satellite. And this is how much money we have. And, you know, so a satellite will cost us 100. That's almost all of them. We're not actually going to do any of them. But you can also, in engineering, build facilities.
We've still got some room to grow up here. But if we really want to expand our facilities, we're going to have to start excavating beneath the base. Unfortunately, the deeper we go, the more it's going to cost.
And this is like a grid of your base. So each one of these spots you can build something in. Now these here have already been carved out, so we don't have to worry about these solid ones like we have to pay $10 to excavate on. So I'm gonna go ahead and do. And that'll take 5 days to access.
To mission control.
So
Commander to mission control.
what facilities? We just have power generators. Yeah, not much we can do there. So, and we are just about at the 30-minute mark, which you know, this actually worked out perfectly in my plan because I was planning on, you know, doing the opening mission and, you know, giving you the kind of like a crash course basic rundown of the game and some of the mechanics. And I think we're going to wrap up the episode here. And next episode, we will hop into the situation room and I'll show you how we get new missions and we'll jump in and kill some more aliens. So I hope you enjoyed. If you're excited for the series, if you think it's, you know, you're interested or anything, let me know. You know, give me some comments, some feedback. I will catch you guys on the flip side.
Mission control. Commander to mission